Hello, this is Charlie. This is a response to this gentleman's video who reckons that all psychic and mediums are terrified. No, I mean, I'll get to the point first, you know. I'll start with being skeptic. And there's being skeptic. There's being, you know, this is about James Randi of all the people that actually agree with what he's doing. But being skeptic and being open-minded, I mean, do you all know the difference? I'll tell you. Being open-minded is just to sort of look at all possibilities and remain open-minded. And choose their own beliefs in what they believe in. But they should also accept that other people's beliefs, you know, and have respect for their beliefs. And that's what it's all about. But being skeptic and being open-minded is commenting on something like, you know, I mean, James Randi, how can he comment? He doesn't, I mean, the emails James Randi sent me, to give you an example, are really below the belt. You know, he says I'm a knobhead and I need medical help and my website's a load of rubbish and I can't speak English properly. I mean, what sort of comment is that? You know, I mean, it doesn't show he's a skeptic, open-minded man by saying stuff like that. You know, you take them as possibilities, and he doesn't take them as possibilities. And most of the skeptic people that follow him don't take them as possibilities either. I mean, James Randi, for instance, you know, I mean, you people don't know what he's really like. You know, James Randi said this, so he's right. You know, James Randi's proved this and he's right. But James Randi has pulled the wool over everyone's eyes, and he did from day one. And why I say that is he's a liar. I'll give you an example. When he was a magician, he was nobody really. And James Randi thought, this is getting a bit boring, this. You know, I mean, how could I get better known than what I already am? And he looks at the likes of Uri Geller and people like that, and started knocking Uri Geller because he was lying, he was psychic, and that's fair enough. So James Randi thought, well, I'll have a go at him, and I'll show people how it's done, of how much of a liar he is. And then he gets Peter Popoff, you know, I mean, what a name. And fair enough, he was a fraud, and he is, and he's ripped loads of people off. So James Randi thought, well, I'll go further with this, you know. I'll start picking on famous mediums, because otherwise, if I don't pick on famous mediums, I won't get known more. Now, he's picked on a subject, this is sort of get worldwide rather than just being Mr. Nobody in just America. He wanted to go further, and he's done it. And he hasn't done it because he cares about people or anything like that. He's done it to make a career and loads of money out of it. That's why he's done it. You know, and you people say, oh no, he hasn't, yes he has. And I mean, you only have to go to his website. He contradicts himself over everything. You know, I mean, I'll give you an example. You go to his website and he wants people to donate money. He wants them to buy his books. He's, you know, I mean, use your head. You know, and this website that I'm looking on here, and I'll put it on this video so you can all go to it. I mean, he's been offered challenges which he knows he couldn't get out of, and he hasn't accepted these challenges because he knows he hasn't got an answer, like he does with the mediums. Oh, they're cold readings, you know what I mean? I mean, that's the best he can do. But this website, he's turned challenges down. And you know how he turns them down? He doesn't turn them down in an intelligent way or have an open mind about it. He goes, no, it's a load of rubbish, I don't believe that, blah, blah, blah. and you know, go fuck yourself, and don't stop sending me loads of letters, you know. He starts being nasty, you know, because if he wasn't nasty, these people would come back again, you know, because he is arrogant, James Randi, you know. So he gets out of these little, the ones with real evidence, he gets out of them by being nasty to them, because he's going to get sussed out and all his pathetic followers that follow him. I say pathetic because basically, if you can't see that James Randi's pulling the wool over your eyes just to make money out of you, he doesn't care about nobody, only his wallet. You know, it's simple as that. You want to go to this website, there's stuff all over the internet, and mediums won't go in for this challenge for the simple reason they know that. You know, I mean, I'm psychic, I know James Randi inside out, and you skeptic people can believe it if you want to believe it or don't believe it, but James Randi really has done it for that reason. He doesn't care about nobody. When he's in front of a camera or he's in public, you know, he puts on an act. He's a good actor. I mean, he had to be because he was a magician. And he's done it for a career to make loads of money. And he's got no intention of giving any money away at all, because he'll get out of it by being nasty to people that have got evidence. And he's done it. It's all over the internet. You don't be nasty to someone, like I've just said, if they're trying to prove something to someone, you know. And he does it. He weighs it up before he puts it in the public eyes, and he goes, I won't get out of that one, you know. And he won't. On this website here, you want to read, you know, and people don't go in for this challenge and all that, you know, because of that reason. Because he's a con merchant and he's a liar and he's a nasty, arrogant twat. That's what he is, you know. And this video, really, it's just sticking up mediums, and there is frauds out there, and there is genuine mediums, and I'm one of them, you know. And this is the last I'll be doing of these videos because they're just stupid, you know. But even so, mediums proving that there's a life after death. The only way mediums can prove there's life after death is through messages, you know. And this is what James Randi, for instance, worked on because of that. Because it was a subject which mediums really couldn't prove if these messages were actually coming from the spiritual world, you know. I mean, he puts it down to cold reading. He's got no other crap that he can actually say it is, you know, which is so stupid, you know. I mean, I don't ask questions to nobody. Understand it? I don't give cold readings. I give them the facts. And you say to yourself, well, where do these facts come from? I mean, James Randi doesn't. Everything's a trick. And everything that can't be explained, you know, is a trick. I mean, who is the terrified one? Well, James Randi's one of them, because he gets some challenges sometimes which he's terrified of giving the money away, you know. I mean, that's a fact, that is. And I mean, some skeptic people that I've come across are terrified as well, because they don't want to, you know, they wonder what to expect when they're having a reading. You know, but there's, you know, that's logic, like, really, being scared or something like that. But if anyone's terrified, it's definitely not psychic or mediums. I mean, I'll give you all the facts about why mediums won't go in for the challenge, you know. And it's pathetic even saying it to mediums and going on about it, you know. Because they have proved there's life after death. I mean, Thingios has done these surveys for years and years, professors, and done research on, you know, life after death, and they know a lot more than what James Randi does. James Randi, like I said, has just done it for a career, you know. And I'll leave you with this thought anyway. Being open-minded is looking at all possibilities, not being a arsehole like James Randi. Goodbye, God bless.